One of the main areas that I work in is inclusion, which is about making people's experience of education better for them. The video that you're about to see will hopefully provide some insight for you in terms of what children and young people with autism experience on a daily basis, and will hopefully help colleagues to think about that before they're planning lessons and to ultimately improve experiences for children and young people with autism.
Blouse, jumper, skirt, blouse, jumper,
Liz,
blazer,
I'm de-icing the car.
blouse, jumper, blazer, skirt.
Liz. Liz? You okay? We've got to get a move on. I've de-iced the car, but we're running late. Come on, hurry up and get dressed. I'll meet you in the car.
I don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be bad.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trunk, treasures untold.
I just don't understand why you can have amazing feedback from school and then you come home and you shut us out. If you need help, why not just ask for it?
I can't. What you don't get is how exhausting it is fitting in. I've had to learn how to adapt, to copy others there. But when I'm at home, I don't want to be worrying about being perfect.
Well, what is it that stresses you out at home?
It might not be one thing. It can be like a snowball effect. If one thing happens, then I don't have the time to deal with it, and it makes the next thing even worse.
Well, how can we help?
I just need time. Give me time to deal with it in my own way. I find it hard to deal with when I'm faced with more than one request.
Okay. One thing at a time then, eh?
Fantastic work today, everybody. Really impressed with you. If you could shut your books, and if you could pass those down to the end of your rows and pile those up. Okay, neatly, please. Then if you could stand up, tuck your chairs under. Okay, and I'll see you all tomorrow, everyone. Hannah, can I see you? you could come over here, please.
What have we got next? English.
It's to your benefit to listen in class. Hannah, this is exactly why I asked you to stop behind. Can you look at me when I'm talking to you? I'm here to help, Hannah. But you've got to start listening. You need to start looking at me when I'm talking to you. It's really rude not to make eye contact. Hannah, are you even listening?
A lot of dots on the top. Don't know how many. And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second row. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Third. 21, 22, 23.
I asked how on earth you think you're going to get through the exams with that kind of attitude. Hannah?
You'll never make the team with butterfingers like that, John.
What good will running away do? Why couldn't you stay and discuss it with me?
Well, I can't discuss it with you or with anyone when I'm like this. You took me out of my comfort zone.
What was it I did that took you out of your comfort zone?
Well, what didn't you do? You took away the thing that I need to focus on so that I can, listen to what you're saying. You singled me out in front of everyone and you made me feel different. And you forced me to make eye contact with you when you took my thing away, and I couldn't handle it.
Okay, well, I'm listening to you. What could I have done differently?
Well, you shouldn't single me out in front of class. And you need to understand that just because I'm not looking at you, it doesn't mean I'm not listening to what you're saying. If I have something that I'm focusing on or playing with, then I can concentrate better on what you're saying. And they're just coping strategies that I've come up with myself, and it's stupid that I keep getting in trouble for just trying to be who I am.
John, what on earth? The fence posts don't do. Miserable fences don't deserve to live.
You gotta break a toe.
That does not matter. If some fence survives to tell the tale, I shall rip them limb
What's
from
wrong
limb.
with you?
Everything! Everything!
I'm off. I'll see you tomorrow at school.
That's the thing that I hate. Yes, fence posts. They lurk in your dreams. They haunt bloodshed in your life. Get off, you stupid rucksack! Kiss!
You don't need to say sorry to me, John. I just don't get it.
I just don't understand what's happening when you get in those moods.
It's hard to explain. It just keeps on. It just keeps on piling up, and I just have to destroy things when I get home. It's the only way I can get it out.
Get what out?
Mr. Morsley said I'd never make the team with Butterfingers. What are they? I can't get rid of something when I don't know what they are or how I got them.
What the hell are you talking about?
Mr. Morsley told me I'd never make the team with these Butterfingers.
Oh my god, John, it's just a saying. It doesn't mean anything.
Then why did he say it?
It's a stupid thing people say. It's not true.
Then he shouldn't say it. What? Why would you say something without telling someone it was true?
I'll make a deal with you. If someone tells you something that you don't understand, come and ask me. I'll put you straight so you don't have to risk breaking your toe. Deal?
That's how I deal with stuff, though. It's not just one thing. It just keeps piling up, like you said, paperwork. And I just have to let it rip when I get home.
You know, if you need me, I'm here, but if you need some space, I'll let you work through it. Come on, Butterfingers.
Triggers I have is loud noises, like in crowds or when the school bell goes off. And normally when in class I don't get I don't get what they're asking me to do, or I don't get what the work's asking me to do. I get really annoyed. So I just ask if I could have like a warning before like loud noises go and that, and if I could just like get help to explain what I'm meant to do, or explain if I don't get something.
I don't like loud noises when people are in the class. I don't like people annoying me, or big crowds, or people touching me. It makes me feel really uncomfortable and stressed. My plan is my teacher takes me outside into a room and lets me get my phone out and earphones and let me listen to music to keep me calm, because I suffer from social anxieties.
I have trouble getting my thoughts down on paper, so I have a scribe. So the scribe writes down what I say.
I don't like when people try to talk to me or come near me when I'm sad or angry. Normally when I'm angry, I prefer to be in a room just by myself and just calm down.
When a teacher raises a voice, or anyone comes in, raises a voice, one, it shocks us, and two, it's a bit hard for us. But so the reason how you could help that is if I was able to leave first, and then I'd be all right.
I have to say that I'm particularly delighted that there has been a film created to help those involved in the process of education to understand the needs of autistic students and young people. What I think the film shows above all is the way in which education and the delivery of education for young people on the spectrum needs to, in fact, be taken from the point of view of a 360-degree approach. We have seen, for instance, how there is in the film a need for parents and families to understand the needs of their autistic children, and above all, to understand the challenges which they face when they have to comply day in, day out with the rules, regulations, expectations and behaviours of the school in which they are students. Obviously, too, it is very important that schools should have staff, and that includes not only teaching staff but ancillary staff, who in fact understand the needs of autistic students. Equally important, of course, is, and probably most important, is the fact that autistic students in education need to be understood and accepted by their fellow students, by the young people with whom they interact day in, day out during and across the school week. That they should be understood is very important if in fact we are to overcome the threats of bullying, the threats of ostracisation, the threats that in fact only young students are able to bring about when they are so determined to do so on their peers. So I do hope very much that you will be able to take away from this film something of an idea of the needs of autistic students in education, and that in fact not only will you take away this idea, but you will seek to act on it.